morning. Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, January 14th, 2013. The French Foreign Minister, Laurent Fabius, said that France's military operation in Mali would not be a long one. It's apparently been a very successful one. Fabius said this morning, stopping the terrorists, it's done. Today we started taking care of the terrorist rear bases. French warplanes have struck further north in Mali, bombing Islamic strongholds and forcing the insurgents to flee. It's the third day of French intervention. The warplanes have now been granted permission by Algeria to fly through its airspace to get to the targets in Mali. The French have done a good job. Nearly all the Islamists have fled Gao, which is the city that they're attacking, according to a Mali official. What we need now is for the Malian army to come in here so that the Islamists won't come back. Amazing. Well, in Beijing, the smog is reaching epic proportions. It's off the charts. Measuring systems that are used to measure smog no longer can encompass the degree of air pollution. It's kept school children indoors, sent coughing residents to hospitals, and a number of factories have closed. This time, though, there's something different. The government is admitting the issue. Typically, the government tended to ignore it and not be open about it. However, in the very front page of one of the Communist Party-controlled newspapers, the China Youth Daily, the media said, more suffocating than the smog is the weakness in response from the government. A Beijing office worker, Cindy Liu, commented that this is really awful, extremely awful. However, now that we have better information from the government, we know how bad things really are. We can protect ourselves and decide whether we want to go outside or not. The wave of pollution peaked on Saturday. It's apparently going to break sometime this week when winds are expected to come in and sweep out the pollutants. The Chinese government is now issuing hourly air quality alerts. Passenger ship rates are going to increase in the reinsurance market by 125%. This is according to the Indemnity Club's P&I membership, which in fact encompassed the insurance for the Costa Concordia. The international group of P&I clubs unveiled the rate increases across all classes of vessels. Comes out to about 125% rate increase as part of their 2013 protection and indemnity. As we've noted, they're going to take a very big hit on the Costa Concordia. The tornado in Joplin, Missouri last spring in May, actually in May of 2011, it's a while back now, is going to end up now with about $2 billion in claims that have been paid out now by the insurance industry. The $2 billion figure is close to what the Missouri Insurance Department projected about 3 months after the tornado hit. About now, $101.65 billion in claims were paid out by the end of last year. That included destruction coverage payments for a medical center, several schools, and downtown businesses. Approximately $1 billion have been paid out to residents who in fact filed homeowner claims, as well as about 7,000 private automobile claims. And another $400 million has already been approved for payment. So it looks as if this is going to be a fairly major hit insofar as meeting the expectations of what the modeling companies had said. They're not going to come in any lower. One other storm that's a little bit more recent than the Joplin storm is Superstorm Sandy. And one of the first reinsurers have now come in with their sort of final figures. This would be Hanover Re number 3. They're expecting $318 million of losses from Superstorm Sandy. The group CEO, Ulrich Wallen, said that the loss expenditure for the October catastrophe is within Hanover Re's major loss budget for the 2012 year and would not affect the firm's profit. As I mentioned, they're the first group to announce a Sandy loss prediction for 2013. The most recent loss estimates came from Validus, which announced about $331 million of Sandy losses back in December 24th, actually. Swiss Re gave an early loss pick of $900 million a few days after the storm. SCOR has not disclosed a loss estimate. Munich Re said that it expected a mid-3-digit million euro range loss, but nothing final yet. Well, Joe Plumeri, the Willis CEO and chairman, who actually is no longer the CEO, fired one last blast at contingent commissions in an interview with the Financial Times today. He said that the industry has returned to where it was before former New York Attorney General Spitzer had led a crackdown on the contingent commission practice in 2004. He said his primary concern with contingent commissions is the conflict of interest created in handling client claims, because under the arrangements, brokers get more money if the insurer's loss experience is lower. The insurer is their client. Plumeri was replaced as CEO of Willis by former senior McKinsey partner Dominic Casserly last week. Everest Re has become the latest reinsurer to step into the third-party managed fund space with the formation of a sidecar vehicle in Bermuda called Mount Logan Re. It's setting a target launch capacity of $250 million. It's expected to be ready on the April 1st renewals. Rick Pagnani, former Tiger Risk broker, is going to be the CEO. And today, Lance Armstrong is going to be sitting down with none other than Oprah Winfrey. It's expected that Armstrong is going to confess his steroid and blood-switching practices that he used when he won his 7 Tours de France. It's also expected that Mr. Armstrong is going to do his level best to avoid having to give back the millions of dollars of endorsements that he has received from quite a large list of companies, and to possibly avoid being made a defendant by lawsuits coming from those companies who are claiming that, in fact, he didn't live up to the contract. We'll see. It will be an interesting interview. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.